Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. And from what I can imagine, we're all still here. No rapture. That's cool. That's fine. We're all still here. But last night I had a little bit of a personal celebration, doing what I would imagine I need to do before, the world ended or something like that. And that was to go out and see the movie Hobo with a Shotgun. Trailer is linked below. In this video, I'm going to recommend 5 debut albums. That's it. Any reason? A lot of people ask me to review classic stuff or my favorite stuff, and it's mostly because I imagine people want suggestions, so I'm going to suggest 5 debut albums. Now, debuts can be kind of tricky. A lot of artists may come out with a debut and it'll be the greatest thing they've ever done. And every album after that will just, shrink in comparison, and everything they put out will be compared to that first album. Oh, well, it's not as good as that, or, it's not as good as that. And also, debuts can be a very formative area for a band's career, where people sort of let the debut slip through the cracks eventually because they're so much more impressed by the later output. So these debuts fall on both sides of that spectrum, and they start with Black Moon, Enter the Stage. If you're into hardcore New York hip-hop with a boom-bap sound from the early 90s, not too much unlike Smith & Wesson, Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest, Organized Confusion, please get your ears on this thing, okay? Next, Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. California punk band, one of my favorites. This is their first LP. It's not my favorite of theirs. I actually like how they got clearer and a little more aggressive on their later stuff, but still, great songs on that thing, especially Stealing People's Mail. You want to hear a song called Stealing People's Mail, don't you? Listen to that. Next, Squarepusher's Feed Me Weird Things. While this isn't my favorite Squarepusher record, I think he did end up doing more interesting things later. It is a nice, raw fusion of jazz fusion and IDM, drum and bass. I love the grooves on this album. I love the soloing as well. It's a really fun listen for me, especially since I like jazz music. This next album also has a lot of jazz roots in it. The Mahavishnu Orchestra's Intermounting Flame. Definitely my favorite jazz fusion record. John McLaughlin's guitar playing on this album is fantastic. The stuff that came after this album isn't too bad, but still, this is on a whole nother level for me. And finally, Ulver's first LP. I'm not even going to pronounce the whole thing. I have no clue. But black metal, my friends. If you're looking for something atmospheric yet intense and filled with nice folky interludes, very creative and very interesting, that. And I know I haven't reviewed the new Ulver album yet. I'm sorry, but still, if you've never heard of Ulver, looking for a nice little in for black metal, this is definitely a spot. 5 debuts, just throwing them out there. If you haven't heard of any of those debut albums, whether you believe you're into the genre that they belong in or not, screw that, screw genre, screw what you already think you like, try them out, okay? Links below. Okay, stay cool forever.